Welcome to Haunting Resonance, where forgotten truths and cursed whispers echo in the dark. I am Veylin Noct, your voice in the void. Tonight's tale is crafted using various sources and dark folklore. If there are any mistakes, we're truly sorry. And if you have ideas or your own haunted stories, share them in the comments below. Now, take a breath, let go of the light, and enjoy this story. Come closer, listen. Can you hear it? A whisper on the wind, a secret not found in any history book. We journey to Elmsvale, a village shadowed by ancient hills and haunted by a sorrow that never sleeps. The locals fear the past, knowing some truths are better left buried. We're here to uncover what they fear most, a truth locked away for generations. This isn't just a ghost story, it's a warning. Elmsvale is gripped by a legend, a pact made in desperation, sealed in terror. The Birchwood forest borders the village, forbidden and watchful, guarding secrets of its own. They say the trees whisper, calling your name, luring you into their depths. The forest is the source of the curse, demanding a sacrifice. It always has. This is the story of Isaac, a man called back to face the nightmare of his origins. The Birchwood Pact begins with a single fateful step into a world that should have been left behind. No one went near Birchwood after sunset. The villagers of Elmsvale had passed down the warning for generations. Don't stray near the trees, don't answer the whispers, and above all, never step inside the circle. Tourists didn't believe in old forest tales, of course, but Isaac wasn't a tourist. He had grown up in Elmsvale, spent most of his childhood playing near those very woods. But then, his parents died in a car crash when he was 12, and he was sent to live with an aunt in the city. He never came back, until now. 20 years later, Isaac returned, not out of love but necessity. He was broke, jobless, and barely clinging to what remained of his sanity. When his grandmother passed, she left him her small cottage in Elmsvale. It felt like a lifeline. The villagers were older now, quieter. When he asked them about Birchwood, most changed the subject. One old man simply muttered, "The forest remembers." That first week he stayed away. But Birchwood had a way of calling to people. Late at night, Isaac began hearing things, not voices exactly, but murmurs, wind that sounded like words, scratches at the edge of thought, and once, just once, his dead mother's voice calling his name from the tree line. One evening, as the sun dipped behind the hills, Isaac stood outside the cottage, staring toward the forest. That's when he saw it, a faint glow, deep between the trees, like firelight, flickering, moving. He grabbed a flashlight and followed it, ignoring the warnings buried in childhood memory. The deeper he went, the quieter the world became. No birds, no insects, not even the sound of his own footsteps. Then, he saw the circle, roughly 10 feet wide, formed by pale birch trees bent inward like ribs. In the center, a stone altar, covered in moss and something darker, blood. It wasn't dried. Before Isaac could turn back, the air shifted. Something stepped into the circle, a woman. Naked, pale, hair like wet vines clinging to her shoulders, eyes black as void. Her body didn't move like it should, more like it floated, joints bending too late or not at all. She stared at him, and then, without speaking, she smiled. Isaac turned to run. But the trees had changed. Where he had come from, there was now only more forest, endless, twisting. He was trapped. When he turned back to the clearing, the woman was gone. Now the altar was filled with bones, not just animal bones, human. The whispers returned, clearer this time. "Say the words, join the roots, feed the wood." Isaac collapsed, shaking, crawling backward. The world spun. His vision split in three. Then everything went black. He woke up in his bed. Sunlight poured through the window. The forest looked normal again. Had he dreamed it? But there was blood on his hands, under his fingernails, and muddy footprints leading from the door to his bed. That day he tried to leave Elmsvale, packed everything and drove until the gas ran out. When he asked a passing couple where the nearest gas station was, they looked at him strangely. "You're in Elmsvale," they said. "This is the only road in. There's nothing out that way but trees." Isaac stared at the road he had just driven. Only it was gone. Behind him stood the forest, thicker than before. That night, the whispers grew louder. They said he had stepped into the circle, that he was marked, that the pact had chosen him. He tried to resist, to block them out. But then the dreams began. Twisted roots growing from his feet, eyes appearing on the walls, his own reflection smiling when he wasn't. On the seventh night, he woke up in the woods, standing barefoot in the birch circle. The woman stood beside him again. But now she wasn't alone. A dozen pale figures watched from the shadows, all of them wearing the same twisted smile. And then, she spoke. Only 3 words. "You belong now." Isaac screamed, but no sound came out. His body moved without command, walking to the altar, laying down. Accepting. He felt the roots beneath the soil curl around his spine. The forest drank his breath. His eyes went black. They say if you walk near Birchwood at twilight, you might see a man standing among the trees, still, expressionless. And if you make eye contact, he'll smile, just slightly, not out of joy, but recognition, because he's not just watching you, he's waiting for you to step into the circle, just like he did. Defeated, Isaac returned to the glowing clearing. The woman in white awaited, her loneliness now expectant. He stepped into the circle. The light enveloped him. She touched his cheek. He saw her life, her betrayal, her endless sorrow. The pact was not malice but loneliness. She wanted the thorns with her, forever. Isaac's identity faded, replaced by a serene emptiness. He became part of the Birchwood's consciousness, another silent guardian. The pact was renewed, the debt paid, for now. If you ever see a sign for Elmsvale, drive on. Don't listen to the whispers. The Birchwood Pact is a cycle, waiting for its next chapter. Some stories never end. They wait for the next soul to be claimed. If this tale stirred something inside you, that means you were listening closely. We're just getting started. So don't forget to like, share, and subscribe to Haunting Resonance for more stories where reality unravels and the unreal creeps in. More horrors are on the way. More truths buried in whispers. And more voices waiting to be heard. Until then, keep your lights low and your mind open. This is Veylin Noct signing off for Haunting Resonance.
Thank you for watching Haunting Resonance, where every shadow tells a story. Subscribe for more true horror stories, and don't forget to like, comment, and share if you dare. Follow us on social media for updates. Until next time, let the darkness guide you.